But I hope y'all are doing good out there. It's a long, long grind to get to 100. I'm telling you, we put up with a lot of
guest. No.
we put up with a lot of disappointments and successes throughout that time.
It's not all disappointment.
Yeah.
We put up with some disappointment. I was disappointed when some of them didn't show up at all.
Something in the water taught me how to crawl. Something in the water taught me how to fall. Something in my blood.
Hey!
We have reached 100. Now, are you?
You're 100 now?
I am. You are too.
Oh, hell.
You are too. By the way, everybody in this room was on first episode.
I try to keep it 100.
Y'all realize that's 5 years ago.
Wow, I did not realize.
We're in our 5th year, going on 6 next year. Boy, time flies when you're failing.
Not failing. 100 episodes. That's something to
It
holler
is.
about.
It is. It's pretty cool. And I'm Uncle Dave, and
I'm Sean Clark.
And
We're
there
here.
is
Jason Chancey.
Yep.
number
I'm
one.
here.
J-Town Boogie.
Yep.
Jason was our first guest
Mm-hmm.
many, many episodes ago. So in this election season, we begs the question: are you better off now than you were 99 episodes ago?
Well, no. I mean,
All right.
I had a heart attack, and
life do get in the way.
life do get in the way. So the older you get, them 5 years start to matter more and more.
Yeah. There's 10 balloons up there representing 10 episodes for each balloon. If you pick any random balloon and pop it, there'll be a number that falls out, and that'll be the episode that we look at first. Say, y'all remember?
Remember when?
Remember when the belly dancer was? Speaking of the belly dancers, the internet connection over here is challenged tonight, and we had some good digital videos supplied by some of our former guests
all that on you.
that but hopefully by the end of this podcast, we will be able to show some of them. So scattered throughout the podcast, we're going to have some comments and stuff from, hey, I got a voicemail from that sweet Larissa Berg.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This is from a while back. And she was quick on the draw, man. We sent out a little thing asking for submissions, and she sent this right away. Where's my voicemail?
How are you going to play it?
I was going to hold it up to the mic.
Yeah.
This is going great.
We'll be back.
No editing
Our
required.
101.
Beep.
Stay tuned for 101 episode.
Hey, here it is.
Can we just end this with the American flag and the
All right, from
Stay
our
tuned. Hang in there, cat. Yeah, Larissa. did that too.
tattoo artist extraordinary from episode January 1 this year. Check out that one, whatever number that was. But here she comes on the phone.
Yo, this is Larissa Berg, Larissa. BERG. And we are tuning in from Boondocks. It's September 2024. September, do you know the date, sir?
20th.
It's the 20th of September. We're here with Miss Kathy with a C. And we just want to give a shout out to the podcast. We're trying to find this man's ride. Like, this man needs a ride right now. Somebody ought to call somebody. Love y'all. Amazing podcast. Good job, you guys.
Hey.
Right.
She's so sweet.
Just establishing the trajectory of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
From 1 to 100. There we go.
Yeah, that was one from the first episode of 2024 was on location shoot where I got tattooed by Larissa in her workplace, which is known as
Second Skin Tattoo. St. Mary's, Georgia.
St. Mary's, Georgia.
Awesome.
Home of the
Now you lost me.
That was fun, though. Yeah. But I hope y'all are doing good out there. It's a long, long grind to get to 100. I'm telling you, you know. We put up with a lot of...
Guest. No.
we put up with a lot of disappointments and successes throughout that time, you know.
It's not all disappointment.
Yeah.
We put up with some
so-
disappointment. I was disappointed when some of them didn't show up at all.
And we're celebrating stuff. Y'all Debbie Downer over here.
Oh, I'm not. I'm happy.
You look at.
Did y'all see the balloons?
He got balloons.
Where's the deer? So, what's new?
Not a whole lot. Just trying to play some gigs here and there and do stuff. It's been, you know, the podcast is 5 years, but we had COVID, you know, during that, you know, so you talk about disappointments or failures or whatever, but man, there was a lifeline. There was a period of time there where, you know, the only way to really get yourself out there was being on podcasts and or doing live streams or whatever. And I think y'all, you know, we did a whole live stream Graham Parsons, didn't you?
Yeah.
Two of them, yeah. So, I mean,
20 and 21.
so it's definitely been a different type thing. I mean, I really, you know,
Yeah. And you were the first one back.
right?
You were our first guest back after the COVID.
Yeah. Well, we were a little bit outlaws with our band at the time. We were only off for like 39 days for COVID, you know. Now, we weren't really regular, but there was a lot of private events, a lot of, you know,
Yeah, we did
stuff
too.
like that. So we, you know, I mean,
It's hard to even remember now. You know, it's such a big deal, you know, but now it's so far in the rear view that
yeah.
Yeah, we played as soon as we could play somewhere.
But how's it been for y'all as far as playing music? Because, you know,
post-COVID.
post COVID has been kind of, for me, it's been kind of weird because I play bass, which is, you know, primarily going to be with a full band, and the full band gigs are not as strong as they were. You know, they're not as often.
That's what
They don't-
Chris Ryder told me he was kind of seeing as the future. You know, was that little clubs in and around our area were. He figured that they were going to go to a smaller unit, or you know, from 1, 2 to 3. You know, for the most part, scaling down because of the volume. And St. Simon's having all them issues, Mellow Mushroom having all them issues that time with the condominium owner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still carrying on myself, so that nothing's really. I mean, I'm in a sweet spot. If that's the way it's going to move in a direction like less is better, then I'm good.
Well, with, you know, I know Sean plays all the time. You play quite a bit. Are you finding that the audiences are more coming to see music versus you're going to a bar and you're kind of adding on to their sales? You know, I mean, because that's what sort of what I'm seeing is whether I'm playing or sometimes running sound. If I'm running sound for like a duo or whatever, I see that a lot of people there are there for the music. You know,
I think there's a lot of people there for the music these days.
Well, definitely for y'all. Y'all got a good following.
and a lot of times solo or duo acts are making as much or more money than full bands. You know, with tips and everything included. You know,
we're definitely making more as a duo.
You know,
not that we're getting, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's
compare,
but you know, pre-COVID band that I was in, we were starting to do really well from a financial standpoint and you know, from a following standpoint, and then it just kind of put the brakes on hard. We still did well, but you know, we were starting to rely on a lot of more private stuff or you know, something like a ticketed event or something where you're opening or you're playing as a multi-band, you know, thing. And I know y'all do that, you know, occasionally, you know, you got.
We ain't never made no killing at that, though.
No.
It's
what?
It's just hard to generate when you got 8-9 people on the stage, you know.
But even weddings for us anyway, for the guys that I know or that are, you know, even weddings aren't quite as lucrative as they used to be, you know. Now I'm sure some are, some, you know, for sure. But I've played several $800 weddings, you know, and that's for the whole match, you know, the whole band, and you got a DJ in between and all that stuff. So
well, it's another election reference. What are people voting for when they vote? The economy.
Yeah,
that's the main thing that they're. You know, the old thing about, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And it's all about the economy. It always will be for the majority of voters, but it's been a slowdown. Inflation has been pretty bad, kicking ass and all, but I think we're kind of trying to come out of it now. But anyhow, that'll put a hurt on people and make you spend less money on a wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean,
nothing against weddings, but man, I hate playing.
We play.
I hate being the groom.
You shouldn't have done it so many times. But that's what they say to me. No, but weddings, I always tell people, you know, when they ask, you know, why does it cost this for a band to play a wedding? I always say, we play for free. It costs like $500 for us to load our stuff in
and learn
and load
the
it out
songs
and learn the songs or whatever.
And
then the other $1,000 comes from having to put up with the disorganization and sparring between different
you
parties.
guys said you were playing to 2 a.m. No, and then you have to pull it up and go, no, I didn't.
But nobody started going out there and dancing until 30 minutes before you stopped. Well, that's your fault for, you know.
Yeah. But now we're ready.
Rhythm Oil, we used to play quite a bit of weddings, our dance band back in the 2000s. And we had a good setup going with Sea Island. And John Smith was our drummer. And John wouldn't take nothing from nobody, especially a little 21-year-old wedding planner who just started working for Sea Island. She got out there and said, "Band, you'll be setting up right here on a stage in a courtyard. The ocean was out here. We were in the courtyard, no cover, direct sun coming down." And John says, what about over here where there's a veranda with shade and overlooking the same cobblestone patio area? "No, this will be fine. What about if it rains?" "It's not going to rain." I love that one. Mm-hmm. And all right, well, we were going through this phase at that time where we were starting to really stand up for ourselves and say, listen, we just said, if it rains, we put it in our contract and everything. If it rains, we're already set up where you told us to set up. and it starts raining. We set up once, we tear down once, we're going home
Yep.
and getting paid. Well, knowing all that, she ordering us what to do, and so we get up there, in the blazing hot sun, play about 5 numbers, the first set, and here comes the rain. So we're just kind of gleefully, rolling up cables in a hurry, and thinking, all right, this is a good gig, easy. We're going home with pay. And that wedding planner was standing in the middle of that courtyard while we were tearing down, going like this, looking at her phone and looking at the sky over and over again. And anyhow, then she was pleading with the band so she wouldn't look so bad, to set up under the veranda where we suggested to begin with. And John had some words to say to her, and she didn't like that. And I think that was about the time we got banned from Sea Island.
Yeah.
But we did. We were good soldiers, and we set up, bailed her out. But they don't understand, do they? That's what you get paid for.
Well, we went to a wedding venue, and the planner, the bride and groom were great. The family was great, but the wedding, they had a modular stage, which was basically 2 pieces of plastic, square pieces of plastic. And they had them set up on a hill. It looked like they were on a septic tank. And we go, well, that's not going to work. And it's going to rain today. It's not going to, the same thing, And we said, well, we're just not setting up there. There's a gazebo right there. Oh, the caterers are using that. And the catering lady's like, we're not using that. So we set up in the, the gazebo. Yeah. It rained for 15 minutes before the whole thing. But after we set up, Yeah. And then we played and everything was great, but they just had no idea. They never know. Like,
they don't.
You're like, I'm going to be here for like 9.5 hours. Yeah. Is there a staff meal? I don't know if you guys get fed. It's like, well, we're 30 minutes from anything. Yeah. And usually the bride or groom or somebody in the family has to step up and go, hey, this is part of the deal. Yeah. But we have gotten to the point now with the bands I play in that, like, basically once we set up and connect everything, if anything happens, if there's a cancellation or whatever, that's the pay. Mm-hmm. The pay is the setup.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We're not like stringent on. We played 2.5 hours time last night. We were booked for 2 hours. It was a good show, so we just kept rolling. No breaks. 2.5 hours, no breaks.
Yeah.
Don't mind working, don't mind doing it, but like it.
Yeah, just the little things.
Putting up with.
Yeah.
Man, last time we played a wedding, they put an earpiece in my ear and was talking to me while I was singing.
No.
Like, the groom and bride will be coming out. I'm like, I'm in the middle of Folsom Prison over here. Like, what the heck?
I've never heard that one.
The groom and bride will be coming out in 15 minutes. Play 3.5 more songs.
And you got mixed up, started singing what they were saying. I hear that bride and groom. Yeah. I hear the bride coming.
I hear the bride's coming.
Coming around the mountain.
Yeah. We're playing this wedding, and this lady, and we're in the middle of a song, and this lady wants us to play some kind of dance music over the PA. She's talking to the singer. And
there's some hoes in this house.
So she stopped. So the singer's like, hey, y'all stop the song. So we stopped playing the song. And she hooks up her phone and she plays whatever. People get up and dance for like a minute and 12 seconds. And then I'll sit down because it's one of those dance songs or whatever that, it's all exciting when you first hear it, And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm over that now or whatever. And they were standing there and I'm like, so I told the singer, I was like, I was like, who was that? Well, it's the bride's, or it's the groom's mom. I go, who's paying for the wedding? Well, the bride's family is paying for the wedding. I go, then don't ever do that again. Because that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted to hire a DJ, I could go in there and put a guitar next to an amp and then play stuff off the iPad all day long. Mm-hmm. And loading in through some of these places where you got to load in through a lawn and you can't roll anything over it. And you can't do this. And you
just been
can't drive.
horror stories.
Take your
with
shoes off and
weddings,
walk the speakers across the yard.
I played weddings where the band had to sit in like a little room, like apart from everybody.
Second class citizen.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I've but the more they're like that, usually the more we get
another
paid.
rule
So,
they had on Sea Island.
Yeah, me and you.
The band will not eat.
yeah,
We
Even
broke
if you
that rule
offer
too.
food, you turn it down.
we had one in Savannah where there was actually a staff meal because there were so many
Box lunch at the Y.
staff, and it was like chicken and mixed vegetables and macaroni and cheese, and it was all like I was like, this is good food, and then we realized once we saw the other food that this was the staff meal, but it was so good. It was the best mac and cheese I've had in a while. But that was one of those fancy things, fancy weddings. They asked us to play YMCA, not just people in the audience asked for YMCA. Then the same lady comes back 5 minutes later and asks for Fly Me to the Moon.
Golly.
Yeah. Oh, let me pull up our big band orchestra and we'll just do that,
That's when you need a Bill Smith in your band.
But yeah, the worst ones are the ones where the band starts, people are still kind of eating. You play for like 3 hours or, 3.5 hours or whatever, but nobody gets up and dances until like literally 30 minutes before you leave. Mm-hmm. And then it's
Turns
keep
into
playing,
a
keep playing.
Why y'all stop it? Yeah.
Or somebody wants to sing a song with the band.
Yeah.
But it's the bride's sister, so you can't, you can't be rude to anybody at a wedding, and
I just played a private event where some random woman that I didn't know was just, I want to sing, and like just spitting in my face and grabbing the microphone, and I just walked away, and
That's
she's
my
like,
wife.
yeah, she's like, come back, you sing too, and I'm looking around like, who's gonna get this girl?
Yep.
And then they're like, we'll pay y'all some more if y'all hang around. I'm like, I cannot wait to get out of here.
Yeah, I know two sound guys named Paul, but Paul Stokes, I thought he was going to come apart one night because a lady got on stage when the opener was on there just doing solo acoustic, and she grabbed, there was another wireless mic already set up. She grabbed that, and she's all whatever, and somebody's like, oh, somebody grab this lady because she's like probably a good 65 years old. You don't want to start yanking on somebody off a flatbed trailer. But then she drops the mic, capsule down, just from like, it was just like slow motion going on.
Was it a mic drop or was it accident?
No, it was just, she just was probably on her medication. Somebody else's
like
medication.
An attitude, it was just like.
No, it was just.
She tried to hang it back up or something?
Yeah, or something like that. And just, but I don't know. I mean, it's like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like,
Punch them.
well, but yeah, that's, I don't
Weddings
know.
are tough,
Yeah,
they're not all bad, though. They're not all bad.
no.
Some of them have been great.
No, some have
the
been
Golden
awesome.
Girls, but the Golden Wake Girls.
One of the best ones, this one's kind of cool story. It was over in Moultrie. We were playing for one back in the 90s, I guess, maybe late 90s or early 2000s. And one of the bridegrooms, evidently the groom was from Atlanta. So one of the groomsmen was Jeff Francoeur from the Atlanta Braves, the outfielder. Cool. You remember Jeff Francoeur. He ended up being traded to the Mets, everything. And he broke his arm with the Mets. And he was in the wedding, of course, and in a cast and a tux. And anyhow, we was up there just laying the groove in there, and we got to play that funky music. And I was right in the middle of my tambourine solo. Now, I played various percussive instruments to supplement the vocals. And I was up there, Hey, and
You were doing the Braves chant.
Yeah,
hey, Elijah was a wooden Jeff Francoeur. And anyhow, Jeff Francoeur jumps up on the stage, which is about 3 feet off the ground. He just jumps up from the dance floor and tears that tambourine out of my hands. And I said, "You can have it." And stands right there and beats it mercilessly on his cast. And so that was a good memory right there. I got, later on, I found him in the back of the room by himself on the phone. And I went up there with a little back of a business card, and I had him sign Connor an autograph. Connor don't care nothing about baseball. But I still got his autograph.
Do you hold it at night?
I sleep with it under my pillow.
Well, that explains the new book you got coming out, The Night Jeff Francoeur Came to Moultrie by Dave Griffin.
That was the tale of the week, folks. There it was. Hey, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time on this 100th episode.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm glad.
It shows.
Remember when... never mind.
Can we pull up some stuff?
Yeah, let's look back.
I know something we can pull up.
Ads.
Ads.
We had some ads back when we were lucrative. Remember when we were just starting out and we said, how are we going to pay for this?
Yeah.
And you went and got us some ads.
Remember how it didn't work?
I remember how it died a slow death.
Yeah.
No, we did. We had 4 or 5 ads.
I just don't think they were picking up what we was putting down.
We were putting down some originality.
We were.
In those
I
ads.
love those ads.
Were great ads.
Yeah.
The Ghostesses?
The Ghostesses?
Yeah, the ghost one was really good. I like that.
That was awesome.
A lot of people talk about, how when art and commerce, converge. Mm-hmm. But, there's a lot of times they just don't converge at all.
When life imitates art or art limitates life.
But if you're lucky, if it goes bad enough, you can make a documentary about how bad it went.
That was, and make some money.
And then make a movie, but like The Room, the movie The Room.
Yeah.
Now that they made a documentary about it, then they made a movie about it. Now, I'm sure that guy got his money back.
Yeah.
Look at that history.
Got all $200
Woodstock
back.
was that.
You just got to be bad enough to be
Woodstock was
good.
prime example
Yeah.
of things going awry.
Yeah.
Somewhere along Graham Griffin was an ad. Graham was right there in that Halloween portion, I think, whenever that episode hits. There he is. Keep going right there. I think there's an ad.
If you're planning on getting 3 sheets in the wind this Halloween,
Treat yourself to the best in booze that good spirits.
located at 1202 First Street, Jessup, Georgia.
So remember,
Every witch and werewolf,
ghoul and goblin,
fang or claw, lift your spirits with good spirits.
Not responsible for magic potions, creature comforts, or legal courage.
Oh my God, that's great.
So who did the voices on that?
We did.
That was your early. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just recorded that.
We recorded that before, then
and then just
did
did
like we were.
Bob
You lip
Heads
synced
and-
it. You sheet synced it.
She synced it.
But oh yeah, that's them. Just a bunch of reverb and delay and crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That
y'all's
was-
voice actors.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we all kinds of stuff.
Lots of hats.
Hey,
Pull up Crazy.
huh?
Crazy.
Oh, hot banana coffee.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You saw another ad?
Well, I didn't see you come in.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. That was for Cheers, too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
One
that
man,
was for an auto
one dream.
supply store. Oh, yeah.
2 men, 2 dreams. 2 men, 1 dream. One place for all your guitar needs. So Glow Guitar Gallery and So Glow Custom Guitars at 509 Glouch.
Soglo Guitar Gallery and Soglo Custom Guitars. 509 Gloucester Street in Brunswick, Georgia has everything. Electric guitars, acoustic guitars, bass guitars, amplifiers, hand-built custom guitars and amps,
No strings.
strings, pedals, and accessories. Instrument repairs and guitar lessons. Mics and mic stands, even drumsticks. Get 10% off your next purchase. Just say you saw it or heard it on Something in the Water. For the wants, the needs, the dreams of South Georgia and North Florida guitar players. Soglo Guitar Gallery and Soglo Custom Guitars. 509 Gloucester Street in downtown Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, we did one for Tipsy's. It was written by a French musician who had played there in the past.
He was French?
I think he was from France.
No, he's from Europe back then.
Europe, yeah. And
Francoeur.
who else did we do? What else did we do? Oh, Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers would have been early on.
That was the first one.
Cheers would have been before Graham, even. So there's Graham right there. So you need to go further down.
I think Tipsy's is on.
Oh, yeah.
This is some bad acting right here, folks. And I just shaved.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Gotta keep the beard.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, you're giving me a hankering for some hot potato salad right now.
Hey, down in Brunswick, Georgia, that's my favorite little bar.
What's her name?
When the
Anastasia?
hot band's playing,
No,
people
Aloysius.
come from near and far. That's where the women are hot, the liquor is cheap, and the food, it tastes so good. So when I'm down and out, I just think to myself, it would be great if I only could. I want to go back to Tipsy's, where everybody's feeling fine. I want to go back to Tipsy's, where they treat you so
Ed Hozard there.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Tipsy's. Boy, I had a real good time. I want to go
yeah.
back to Tipsy's. Down in Georgia on the coastline.
Tipsy McSway's,
stealing Sean's sandwich
1414
there?
Newcastle
That's
Street.
the-
That
Yeah,
looks
I'll
like
say
it's
that.
on Brunswick.
That's what the
Friendly
motivation was there. I think
neighborhood
it
this
was.
is
bar
well
where you'll
scripted.
find it all. Good food,
There's Jason.
good music,
Right.
good times. I want to go back to Tipsy's.
Hey, you look at me like
That's probably
you were shocked.
Feeling alright, and it's time for
You hadn't
you
even
to
saw
go
you
refuse. Come where they jump
John
and
pay for the food.
shout and really get loud, guaranteed to lose your blues. Yeah, by the time to go home, you won't stay alone.
Oh,
You're
no.
gonna find some
Good. You guys are
TLC.
drunk and getting kicked out.
And for the
we're
rest
supposed to
of
be
your
playing.
life,
Oh, no. Okay, that's it.
That's some pure Three Stooges right here.
to see. I wanna go back to Tipsy.
funny part about this, we're not even playing.
I know.
And they're playing music over the speakers, and people are looking at us like, what are they doing? Nobody can hear anything.
Where they treat you so kind. Yeah, I wanna go back to Tipsy.
People eating just going,
Had a real good
what is that?
I wanna go back to Tipsy's. Down in Georgia on the coastline.
Wow, wow, wow. Dixie. forgot this part.
Oh, they're following you to the pissoir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I didn't take off. I loved it.
Yeah, this is great.
Who
Now
else
go-
gets a 45-minute
Now
commercial?
go back a little further, and we'll catch the other commercial, and then we will have revisited all of our Clio award-winning ads.
Cleo?
Yeah.
You remember
Yep.
Clio?
I thought you was Leo.
Dave's got a long history of acting anyway, and I remember him playing you played a bartender in what was
Oh man, in the
was
Hay
that
Shaker
Shaker
video.
or was it Hay Shaker or was it
Honky.
He played a
Honky.
funeral attendee in that Clint Eastwood movie. The Mule.
Mule, part
Really?
2.
Muling again.
Electric Booger Mule?
Electric Boogie Mule.
I don't know which one it would have been.
Well, you got to go. Oh yeah, those are the other
Way
ones.
on
Are
down.
I'd
They're not just
try
on YouTube. It's just the commercial.
Aaron Lane.
You can't just look it up as just.
You ain't got a commercial
on YouTube.
supercut? Come on.
It's not just on a YouTube by itself on YouTube.
Try that one.
Oh, I don't think so.
No. Go up to Mark Andrews and try that one. Oh hell! It starts over again.
We got 100 episodes. We'll
Can't you
find
filter it with the
It's only 99
earliest,
that we gotta
oldest?
Go through.
Your oldest will be up top. Well, you don't try that one right there. Hell.
Look, there's nothing on the wall.
What?
God
Yeah.
knows.
Nothing in the water.
Oh, that's what we were going to do. Actually, the rest of the episode will be the evolution of the set.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Go to filter up top. See if it'll give you.
Let's do
Oldest.
Let's do 10
Yeah,
seconds
oldest.
from every episode.
Yeah, 10 seconds from
10
every
seconds.
episode. Go.
The best 10 seconds.
This is the whole channel.
Yeah, well, you got to kind of now. You got to fast forward to.
You just need to do a commercial supercut.
Hey, let's do a little bit of episode 1. Let's do the teaser for episode 1.
There's a teaser?
Yeah, there was a teaser. There's been teasers since the beginning of time.
Are you talking about just the beginning?
There you go.
I thought
Right
you meant
there.
like a totally.
Yeah,
I think that's just the beginning of the episode.
yeah, that's the teaser.
If you ever fall out of touch with music, you need to find a song like that for you.
That's
That's
me.
my song.
Same shirt.
That brings me back to.
Not quite. This is-
There's something every time I watch it, I feel
See,
the
this
same
was,
way. Like it touches me way. I get goosebumps thinking about
Almost 5
you
years
know
ago.
Pause it for a
a
second.
song that somebody played in a park.
He can't pause.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. In the Presence of the Lord
Right.
by Blind Faith.
Traffic.
Hyde Park.
Blind Faith. Yeah.
Hyde Park because I listened to that this week and it does the same thing to me.
See what's happening here. You
Yeah,
see
I
what's
mean,
happening here.
I didn't remember. I couldn't have told you that, but just by the way I talked about it, I
Let's
knew.
kind of
exactly.
pick this apart a little bit. First episode, never having done it, all novices. All right. Justin is.
Unlike
Same
now.
Elvis picture
Justin is.
right there. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about differences. Justin is in the podcast.
In the shot.
Yeah.
All right.
And he said, we figured out we ain't never going to get nobody to watch this thing with his ugly ass.
Look, all right, we're talking about differences. Yo, bring up whatever you want, a difference or a similarity. We're still.
We're still drinking out of the same glasses.
Hey,
You got the same book on the table.
that was
Hey,
a bar, actually.
Somebody might say, you guys are alcoholics, but I say, we haven't broke these glasses in 5 years.
Yeah. Sean's got sexy glasses on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The glasses.
I don't know about sexy, but those are my glasses.
Yeah, well, you have
That's an old hat. That's Judge Ben's Stetson that I'm wearing.
And the pink reading glasses.
Yeah, I lost them the next day.
There's the power.
Yes.
The workstation back there is actually a bar. Justin kept us supplied during the podcast.
Yeah, I was bartending.
Oh, see the
Bartending and running.
the ice bin right there over Sean's right shoulder, left shoulder.
Yeah.
The chicken claws. There it is.
Is that Craftsman? Are those Craftsman?
Elvis.
Craftsman.
Elvis is still here.
Yep. Elvis is in the building.
51 years ago, probably.
Boom, right in
Nah.
there.
I thought it was just 5 years ago.
Now move to the next one. Let's do it. Let's do it quick.
Are you really gonna do it?
Yeah, let's go
You
for
can't
a
go
few.
through them all.
Let's go through a few. We got to give these people something to remember us by.
Yeah, they're not able to go back on their own.
Well, they don't. They ain't gonna take the
They ain't
time.
going to. If we don't force feed them, they won't never watch us.
I'm gonna take care of women whether you want me
Let's
to
watch.
or not.
I know that Crazy is by itself,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
and you can pull it up, and we can all get chill bumps.
Jen Yoo. I just saw it pass by. Chair flip.
What was y'all's favorite Patreon episode, Deep End episode?
God,
I mean, y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing it. You know, I mean, the whole time.
Have we done 20 of them yet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Yeah. That's quite a few. Yeah.
The one where Dylan wrote the theme song.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They basically did that
That
off
was
the hip.
that was pretty bizarre. Yeah, I like the ones that are real ad-libbed.
Yeah.
I also liked the one where we went back and dug through the history of the Something in the Water
Right.
documentary
Talking
thing
about the
where you
interview.
had those clips.
Interview
those
clips, yeah.
those were fun. Yeah.
We wrote a few songs.
Yeah, those were good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did one out in Pioneer Town, California, with our phone.
Yeah. I mean, y'all had some more than just sitting down doing the podcast. You met different people, which led to, you know, the Waycross Stagecoach stuff didn't necessarily come from the podcast, but I'm
There's
sure
one of my favorite podcasts.
made it easier
right there.
to
The Eddie
for y'all to all
Nowak,
connect up.
Eddie Nowak podcast. Right there. I'd just like to hear the teaser on that one.
Don't hand the dog to me, Mama.
Mama.
I might squeeze him too tight.
That's all you need. All right. So Eddie Nowak, what was the name of that song?
Psycho. Yeah.
Or Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. No. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody was this Queen song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eddie Nowak, Psycho, or Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. Can you do a mashup?
Yes. I think you can. Mama just killed a man.
All right. Another quick question. Why are you going for Crazy?
Kind of links up with Psycho right
it
there.
Does. Psycho, Crazy. Proud Mary. Was it a song about a Cajun swamp music from a San Francisco band, or was it just dope music from California? Thoughts?
60 hours from California.
Yeah, they are.
Proud Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proud Mary. The song, was it Cajun wannabe swamp music from a San Francisco band, or just a California dope song? What was it?
I think it was wanting to be
Cajun,
swamp,
yeah.
because they were kind of straight edge. As far as,
Well, they didn't have a damn thing to do with the swamp, that's for sure. They were California
I
boys.
feel like this is a loaded question.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you
don't
listen
like
to
CCR real good.
No, I love it. I love CCR.
But it's like
I'm
if you
just,
listen, if
I
you
was just leading up to crazy.
you listen to
You're
records
crazy,
and you
all
try to
That's
sound
what
like
I'm
that.
trying to say.
You're crazy, all right. Start talking shit on CCR. That's un-American.
Hot banana coffee.
That's Ashley. Rolling.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue.
Dakota Allen.
I knew you love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying. I'm crazy for loving you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying. I'm crazy for loving you.
Oh, my.
Hey,
Beautiful.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, it's not fair, man.
That's
So what you've
a
essentially
perfect performance, right?
so what you've essentially done is that you've gotten people to come display their amazing talent, different varieties of genres, or voices, instruments, or whatever. Like if you had a party, but nobody's throwing up in your planter. Nobody's breaking the lamp in your bathroom, Dave.
Well, I've got pretty tore up on these things.
Yeah.
But I never throwed up. But there's times where I'm on the verge.
Yeah.
Like the Michelle Hanneman, Michael Longy thing. I got drunk. Space Coast rum.
Oof.
That was the end of that episode. Was that might have been the teaser too? Knowing you probably selected that for the teaser. Just show them out the gate.
I know at some point you said, "Fuck Barry Bonds."
Okay, can you say that?
Well, he's a Jeff Francoeur man, obviously.
Elena, our belly dancing friend from St. Simon's, did get my message, but she sent 2 videos. But I'm still not getting through. I have no bars.
Maybe we can fix it in post.
So maybe we'll take a break and try to get through to some of that.
Yeah, we can do that later.
So there.
Okay. What else y'all want to watch? Anything kind of jump out at you?
Have you? Okay, so 5 years. Is there anybody that you've had as a guest, like especially musically, that you've had maybe multiple times, or you had as a guest and then you saw them play later, where you've seen the arc of their and growth and their
Will Mosley. I mean,
Page Brothers for sure.
Page Brothers definitely. Kyle Keller.
Yeah, Kyle.
Excellent. He's doing good.
Rambler King.
Yeah. We need to have him on us again. Yeah. Let's see who. Just keep scrolling slowly, and let's see who you got going backwards. There's old good buddy from Savannah. Will Gore. Watch out, Joaquin Phoenix, Kelly Parr, Tim and Will, Jerry Gowan, Brad Loretti, Bill McIntosh.
Yeah.
And Gary Brown, Billy Ray, Micah Bond. There's Jen Iona. Yeah, she was a firecracker.
Yep.
We were kind of, seemed like riding through here, we were just feeling our way. There's Andy. He's been on at least 2. Will O'Neill was very special episode or 2.
Let's watch some good interviews with. Don't that end crazy?
No, I don't think that's the one that we.
I know, but they both ended up flying off the rails.
We interviewed Lee for the documentary, and I was like, I don't know if we can use any of this.
Go up now. Go back the other direction. Let's see. Here's
Oh, there was the song that you guys wrote with Micah. Y'all did that, didn't you? Or she did it on here.
She may have. I can't remember.
Y'all wrote.
Okay, now slow down. Let's
trailer
see.
thing or whatever.
Jamie Stewart, my stepson, son-in-law. The Griffins. That was cool. David Cry, Magnetic South. Who's that? Rambler Kane.
Yep.
Lindy Berg. Kyle and Reed Daniel. Who's that one right underneath that you just passed? One more right there. Who's that?
Michael Longian.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that went off the rails. See what the teaser is on that one. See if you threw me right under the bus.
And if not, let's watch the end of it because I guarantee you it's funny.
Let's see. Look, I'm wearing Hobbit shoes. And that's Hobbit music. I just saw her last night down at Mary Ross, too. A talented couple from St. Simon's, originally from Illinois.
Mixed up.
You could probably cut to about halfway the distance between that point and the end and find a good...
I saw them in Fulton County Stadium, Turner Field, which was Ted Turner's abbreviated project. That was actually the Centennial Stadium built for the Centennial Olympics. Olympic Games.
Can you say Centennial Bomber?
This is one of the best tales of the week I've ever heard.
And there's Jeff Francoeur was.
Where they had the Unabomber. No, it wasn't Unabomber. It
Home
was
of the Unabomber.
Y'all excuse me. I'm getting my facts mixed up. Turner Field was where this was. I went there too.
Yeah, I'm a loud drunk.
I still own Joe Torre's and Rico Cardi's autographs from '67. And I saw the Hall of Famer John Smokes pitch his tomahawk chopping ass off during the 14 consecutive division title run of the 90s.
I thought we ended.
Walking through the parking lot to the stadium gates before the Braves game in '94, I recognized the face.
She's losing her shit over there on you.
Belonging to Don Schlitz. Paul Lee.
Does that
Is that Paul Lee?
Paul's daddy.
Schlitz does.
Tater. Tater Schlitz. That'd be a name for
All right.
bunch of
Wait a
music.
minute till I lay this on
Tater
you.
Schlitz on
All right.
keyboard.
Don Schlitz, the award-winning songwriter of The Gambler,
Oh, I know that because my mom sang that.
Forever and Ever Amy, When You Say Nothing at All.
Oh, nothing at all.
I shook his hand
I shook his
as we
hand.
were approaching the ticket window.
That sounded like the next song
We
title.
chatted briefly, and I asked him what his secret was. He said, "Go Braves!"
Go Braves.
He didn't give me any insight into songwriting. It's no wonder baseball, being the tradition that it is, has worked itself into the hearts and minds of musicians everywhere. There's the celebrated Diamond Classic, Center Field, by John Fogerty, and the obvious Glory
Fake Cajun
Days
baseball music.
from Bruce Springsteen. Then there's the not-so-obvious tribute to Hall of Fame pitcher Jim Hunter from Bob Dylan's The Bootleg Series, volumes 1 through 3, titled Catfish. Look it up, folks.
1 through 3.
What?
Steve
Yeah.
Goodman was a huge Cubs fan. Look at that.
Pause for let it sink in.
And a remarkable songwriter responsible for Arlo
You know who
Guthrie's
this
hit,
is?
City of New Orleans.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
This guy wrote that.
How did y'all get into baseball X
Riding
music?
on
This is the tail of the week.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That one.
Okay, cool.
And the sing-along made famous by David Allan Coe. You never even call me by my name,
Yes.
otherwise known as
The world's greatest
Look at
country and
Michelle
western
over
song.
there cracking me up. Those
otherwise
faces.
known as. You don't have to call me by my. You don't have to
Name?
call me darling.
Oh, darling.
Darling.
Two darlings, yes.
Co-written with John Prine.
John Brown.
There's John Prine once again. John Prine was from Y'all's.
Back to
He
Chicago.
should have done a
Y'all
lot.
City.
Really?
Y'all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, hell
I'm
yes.
not aware about that. Sorry.
Even though you.
Am I supposed to be singing all my responses at this point?
Comments in
You're in the chair.
beautiful
It's a music
harmony.
podcast.
It makes up for the lack of content of the comments. It doesn't matter what I say. If I say it just this way, it's gonna be all about the play here up in this house. I think I said nothing just now. Nothing.
You said it all.
I can hear about
Exactly.
5 more minutes of that.
Exactly.
I could. It's like the old phrase, I'll give you all night to quit.
That's right. Okay.
You can only use that one
She
more
says it
time.
best when she says nothing at all.
Pick and choose wisely. Pick and choose wisely. Steve Goodman was a huge Cubs fan and a remarkable songwriter responsible for Arlo Guthrie's hit City of New Orleans.
I just said
I
all
think
that.
I've read this before.
It's all right.
Steve Goodman
It's very
was
good.
born in Chicago, and he used to visit with Cub players on the Diamond and in the clubhouse at Wrigley Field. He wrote several Cub songs, including the depressing "A Dying Cub Fan's Last Request" in 1981, because Steve Goodman had been diagnosed with leukemia 13 years earlier.
See, no party like a leukemia party. Come on.
Leukemia.
We'll end this podcast. I know what'll make the podcast more festive. Dead Steve Goodman.
Ghost, I want you to think twice about being a sponsor. I want you to think twice about being a sponsor on this podcast. Jesus Christ.
Please don't sponsor us. I don't think Dave will.
That's not a good idea.
I'm gonna fold it down to the good part. This is the good part.
I don't know how this didn't work out for you.
Okay.
What, the podcast?
Sponsors.
In 1984, Steve Goodman passed away at the age of 36.
Oh, wow.
36.
Wow.
He did all that at
Young
36.
man. Oh, my God.
I'm slacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Hell, I'm twice that age now. Oh, my God. He wrote several Cub songs.
Cub songs?
Yeah. He wrote the happy Go Cubs Go, which became the official victory song for the team. I glanced at Justin for a response on that one. I can't do this in good faith anymore, y'all.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
I'm in the last paragraph and I'm fighting for the end. I'm fighting for the finish line.
Just like the Cubs.
Okay. Goodman passed away at the age of 36 on September 20th, 1984, 4 days before his beloved Cubbies clinched the National League Eastern Division title. Some of his ashes were scattered at Wrigley Field in 1988. I bet y'all seen that before, hadn't you?
Think about it.
I've been there a bunch of times.
Yeah, of course you have.
You go down that way and there's the thing, and then go over here, there's the other thing.
Yeah, played a lot of gigs right across the street from the front of that red sign. Coder's right across the street.
On the like kitty corner.
Yeah.
On this side.
Right across the street.
Kitty corner.
That's what they say.
Kitty corner.
Catty or kitty? What do you say?
We say catty corner
We say
down
kitty.
here.
Corner.
So sorry,
Tomato,
we're from
tomato
the
on
north.
that one.
Sorry about my accent.
Well,
Is that offending you?
No.
I like kitty up caddy.
I've often heard talk about the gods of baseball. When players are winners or losers. In a Game 7 for the ages on November 2nd, 2016, the jinx-ridden Cubs won their first World Series title in 108 years. And I have to think that if it was not because the baseball gods were smiling, but it was because a good man, Goodman, was singing at the top of his everlasting lungs.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well,
Very
I
nice.
tried.
You tried all kinds of things in there.
Yeah, I wrote this before I ever known y'all was coming on the podcast.
What? I thought
But I
there was
just
a reason
thought,
for the
I just
Chicago.
thought that this would be relevant.
Yeah.
you know?
It was?
When you
And
started,
music.
when you started with baseball, I was like, "Where the hell are we going with this?"
Well, this podcast is coming out about April 1st or 15th, I think. So, good to see you, folks.
Yeah.
Good to know that.
Weren't we going to pull up something on YouTube that you had?
Yeah, I want to see some of your family's history.
Now, did they still talk to y'all after that?
They want to come back.
I just spoke to her last night. I told her to call in. She done forgot.
She jumped right on that. I'll do that, Dave.
Hey, can we take a break?
Let's take a break.
This is we're 50 episodes in now, folks. We're at the halfway point. We're at 50 of our. What episode was that? Number.
We're 100.
Michelle and I think it was up.
We didn't just go through 50 of them, man. You crazy?
No, I'm just saying we're at the halfway point because we got to take a break. 69, a good number, and my favorite number because it's Mugu Gai Pan on the Chinese menu.
Something in my brain won't
Hey, we're back. Y'all look. Oh, God almighty. Look at this glorious.
Happy 100th episode.
We need to have some special music behind it. I don't know. We didn't think ahead, y'all. We never do. But look at that. Just cast your eyes on that for a second. Think about how much work, sweat, chocolate went into that. Them 100 episodes. We're looking at our cake right now and talking to one of our former guests on the podcast, Mr. James Cock from Valdosta, Georgia. Hello, James.
Hey, hello there. I wanted to be on there FaceTime, but I'm too blind to answer the phone.
Well, you're always welcome here, whether you can see or not.
I got a face for radio anyway.
Okay, good. Well, James was on 2 or 3 of our episodes. James was on 2 individual episodes. He was also in our Dog Hill Gang podcast, which is one that will shave your legs.
Don't tell nobody.
All right. Well, me and James grew up next door neighbors on Dog Hill in Waycross, Georgia. And he's still kicking, and so am I, and we're still both believing in one another, right?
Absolutely. I went from writing a memoir and talking to you about getting you a book going, and you got a book going, and then I fell into painting, and I've been a painting fool ever since, and just doing something every day.
Yeah, and y'all can check his paintings out. Now, James is suffering from a glaucoma condition, and he's pretty much blind in one eye, and the good eye keeps looking at the bad one. And
that's about it.
But he is continuing on as an artist, a painter of paintings. And what's your website now?
It's all lowercase and one word. It's Blind Cock, COCKE. That's my last name. Art.com.
Blindcockart.com.
Art.com.
And make sure you put an E on my name.
Yeah, COCKE, Blind Cock Art.
Yes.
It sounds funny when you say it out loud.
Oh, I love it, James. I love it.
I thought they had one eye this whole time.
I was proud to have you as a friend and still have you as a friend growing up because you brought such levity into our lives and everything with your playful last name. and all the stuff that we have gone through in life. From music to acting to movies to growing up to girls, drugs, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Rocket sex.
James, we appreciate you calling in. You got anything to say about this 100th episode?
I think it's wonderful, and I think you deserve everything that comes your way, buddy. You're a talented fella, and the people around you are talented, and your family. It was great growing up next to you.
Yes, sir.
And I did write as much as I could about it in my book, Cocktails, which is COCKETALES. But the thing about it is, I'm the only person to ever write a book without doing any research. I just wrote off of memory. So
and
I did
that's
the best I could.
That's the best kind.
So I hope I didn't do you too bad in my book.
No, well, at least you changed the names of the guilty.
I'm so
James,
old now, I can't remember whose name was correct.
Buddy, we love you, man. And appreciate you being on our 100th podcast.
All right, go Sean and everybody there.
All right, buddy.
Good to see you. Good to hear from you, James. Didn't see you.
Hey, cool deal.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Shut up, Justin.
All right. That's great. These are slow burning candles right here. I was thinking, but they're not even melting into the cake.
Well, anytime you want to
Y'all want to take another call, or you want to?
Let's blow these candles out and have some cake.
Let's eat.
Get to blowing.
You got any 100th episode music lined up? How about some gravy?
We got to blow out one candle at a time. That's how we got to do it.
Okay.
Everybody gets a candle.
Pull it off the cake?
No, just stick your face up there.
Jason, you go first. You're number one.
So now I got to try to blow out the one without blowing out the other ones.
Yeah, it's like Jenga with fire.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Now you do the...
You don't tell me what to do.
It's in your lap.
What the hell? Do I have no breath?
Oh, y'all left the easy one for me.
You can do it, Dave.
As long as you don't blow everything on the other one, you're good.
If you mess this up, you really are a zero. Zero. Oh, now he spit on it.
See that smoke, folks?
He hopped to it.
Yeah, it's a Hawk to a podcast right here.
This is so relevant right here. All the best laid plans of man, which represent this podcast and cake, just floated away.
Go up in smoke.
Hey, watch this.
Look out now. That's the back side of that knife. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, how you gonna do this one?
You stay there. All right.
You got one man down. One man down. Leave one man behind.
Woo-wee. We got the fat guy coming on the podcast. What we gonna do? Let's have him eat cake.
Let's feed him cake.
Let's feed him cake.
Yeah. Folks, we've waited a long time.
Chinette is whipping my ass right
for
now.
this moment.
We've waited 99 episodes for this moment.
They told me there'd be cake in the beginning.
I have not had cake
They've
in
been
5 years.
Glorious. I'm going to start out with little cubes.
I had cake today. We had
I haven't had
homecoming
cake
at church.
in 5 years. I've been waiting on this moment.
At this moment. Billy Vera and the Beaters, correct? You gonna see one of
The
Justin?
Beaters?
Or?
Yeah. Pass that on down.
Were they the Beaters?
Billy Bear and the Beaters.
I believe it
I
was.
heard of the Breeders, but the Beaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beavers.
What about the Bleeders?
What about John Cavity and the Beaver Brown Band?
Oh, that was one.
What about the Beavers?
John's got a plate right there.
I got a beaver. Yeah.
Kindly.
Dude, I got a little swirl on mine. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to get something on here. Get it going on. I'll tell you what.
Who made this?
Walmart.
Walmart, you are great.
I got like 2 napkins over here too. So
there's some knacking.
You got too many.
There's 2, yeah.
There's 2 napkins.
And I got a fork for you, Dave.
All right. Hey, now, folks, as we enjoy this cake, y'all sit there and watch us.
No, they said no.
I'm going for the Guinness World Records of holding out the fork for the longest.
Now, I'm going to take another. We're going to watch a quick video from the Whistling Butcher of notoriety, Golden Isles notoriety. And Mr. Nick Solomon, what say...
His name is Solomon. But
what say you?
Solomon.
Solomon Gomorrah. Nothing. He's not saying anything.
And such.
Start him over there.
But, I want to tell you, hey y'all, I hope I'm coming in clear through the radio waves and such. But, I want to tell y'all, happy 100th episode. It's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. And, you know, I decided to wear a shirt. Sean kept asking me, it's weird, repetitively, like over and over again, to please do it with just nipple pasties on. I don't know what that was about. But, you know, regardless.
That was just me,
happy
Sean.
100th episode.
Well, you know.
And, you know, that's fucking great. I thought I'd just, you know, play a little bit for you.
Yeah.
It's the 100th episode of Something in the Water. It's the 100th episode. Ain't no podcast hotter. Yeah, it's Uncle David and Sean. They're doing all the songs. It's the 100th episode of Something in the Water. Happy 100th episode, guys.
Woo! Hey.
Hey, y'all. I hope I'm coming.
And the great thing about that is he did that all the while driving with his niece.
His niece was in the car? Oh, knees. Shit. I'm sorry. I've never been a
Hey, Lord. That was good, Nick. Thank you, buddy.
I've never been a harmonicist before, but I would just imagine.
That would take some air.
Oh, it take a ton of air. But you know that when you're like, if your other half gets tired of that, she's done with that shit. She does not want to hear one more.
It's like learning to play the fiddle.
Yeah.
The cats hate it. This cake is good.
It's for Walmartians. I'm happy that Sean's getting a second little.
Yeah, y'all help yourselves now. Help yourselves.
Can you Wilford Brimley me here?
Those little bites were little.
Here, Jason, you want to?
Oh shit!
Yeah. You know, we should have got some vanilla ice cream.
I'm sorry, Scott. I'm talking to my doctor right now, Scott Jacobs. I'm sorry, Scott. I shouldn't have been doing this.
This couch has been unblemished in all these 100 episodes.
I don't know about that.
They put fart guard on there before you ever sat down on it.
It has no wine on it.
But
well, let's see. Let's do a little call in here from or a call out. You want to do a call out?
Let's do a podcast where we call people on the phone.
I thought about calling out before I got here.
This is a young lady who is has become very ingrained in our circle. She's a huge music supporter over in the Golden Isles. Miss Gina Thompson. We call her G. She's a firecracker. Mm-hmm. She loves music. She loves to dance and sing, and she loves to promote music. As a matter of fact, I done got her working for the festival now as my sponsor coordinator. She's going to make and move. She's going to make some things happen.
It's part of Dave's Herald.
So calling G. Thompson.
About the Boona and the Juna and the Springa. She likes to sing.
Hey, Uncle Yoda, I tried to call you.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, what's happening?
You're on the podcast right now. I've already introduced you. Would you like to say anything to the good folks out there watching and listening?
Yes, I would. Just to say how much I love Uncle Dave and the podcast, and of course Sean Clark and Pine Box, and just they're my people. Hello, everybody.
Hey, G. And we got our guest on is the very first podcast guest, and he's been on several in between. Now, Jason Chancey, bass player from Waycross.
Very good, very good. Good to hear you on there too.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, G. We appreciate you. I lit you up in this introduction and talked about how important you've become a part of our lives and everything. And so we appreciate you. We love you.
I love you guys more.
And we'll see you soon.
All right, I'll see you soon. Take care, guys.
Bye.
You didn't even let her say nothing.
Yes, she did. She did. She said,
she loved Dave. That's all.
Right. Well, that's all that matters.
I mean,
what you got, Justin?
Don't tell no more. We got to go.
Oh, that's the Facebook group. Let's look at another.
Isn't that where you said that?
Yes. Well, let's see if they've made it on there.
Is there a message?
Should be a post. Didn't I post it to the
you got
something?
You got
the water
featured selected,
podcast.
Justin, not in
Facebook group. That's this.
Go
yes.
down a little bit. Down right there. Oh, no.
No. You're all called up.
What are we doing?
I sent those two.
We're trying to figure out where he sent videos.
I posted them on this page.
So while he's looking for that, in the span of 100 episodes, when I don't know about when Dave was younger, but when we were younger, the only access we really had to musicians, as far as besides music, and you had to go buy albums then, was a few magazines, and you had MTV maybe, and then VH1 came in. But that's the only way you had to get to info. And
album covers.
And now everything's on the internet, but you still don't have much of a behind the scenes. Everything's kind of managed, as far as what information. So y'all have had 99 episodes to talk to musicians and get, behind the scenes stuff, how things work. I know we talk about the mechanics of it sometimes, like gigs and setting up and doing this and doing that. But just one thing that fascinated me about, when I was interviewing people for the failed documentary is that why they played music, what that brought. So is there any surprising stuff you've learned, or you feel like you've does it make you feel more like a camaraderie that you're not so out there on an island, as far as being a musician? And
yeah, it feels like everybody's got pretty much the same kind of origin story. To an extent that they started young and just churches in there a lot, just become MTV, just the thing, according to what age it is, it was either the Beatles or something
Kiss.
inspired
Kiss Alive too.
Something inspired that person to.
For me, it was Whitney Houston. I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I want to dance.
And I still have not gotten a hairband like that to this day. So,
you still want to what?
I still haven't gotten a hairband like she had in that video.
Yellow.
So, but yeah,
is it yellow?
I don't know if it was yellow or if it was white and black. I don't remember. But
ever since she passed, I can't take a bath anymore.
I can't smoke crack. I can't smoke crack. So we're in the same boat.
I have to shower. Too bad. Too painful.
Crack don't hit the same no more.
You just don't have the sizzle it used to. But no, I mean,
I don't know where they landed, Justin. I have no idea.
But I
This
find
is just like every other episode we have, Dave.
Failure.
It's 100 episodes of this. It wouldn't have been the same if you would have found them.
Well, we had two beautiful dance videos lined up for y'all. So, from Miss Elena Harrison,
we'll put them in post.
Congratulations. Something in the Water podcast. Big congratulations to you guys on 100 episodes. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
There it is. Just do Buffalo Bill from.
You didn't know our co-hosts
Goodbye
were so
horses.
talented, did you?
The Goodbye Horses there, yeah.
I wish we had that video right now of the Halloween costume where you said these bitches can't dance.
It don't even exist anymore because Jody Parrott deleted it, and that is
Why?
I don't know, and I haven't talked to him since.
Can't put you in charge of nothing,
That's
Jody.
part's a lie. I have talked to him, but I shouldn't. Because that was the best thing on the internet.
Anyway.
It was hysterical and historical.
Jody's worried about his job.
Not trying to be.
We should have let you save it.
Yeah.
He woke up in a panic and was like, I gotta delete that.
But I'm not trying
My
to be
goodness, that was good.
coach it or anything. But I find I can compartmentalize that thing where I play music and I love playing music, and there's all the ups and downs for that sometimes will make you a little bitter or make you, have aspirations, but I can still tap into the things I love listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Those little earworms and those feelings. And like I was talking about the Blind Faith. I'm not even a Blind Faith fan. I just found that one video and it just hit me like a truck. And what it was I was deep into just playing music. And then I heard something for the first time in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of knocked me out of that and goes, hey, you can still really love music while you have your love-hate relationship with music.
That's the key right there. You can rediscover. Either you can rediscover what you left behind, or you can discover something that you've still is amazing that you've never been exposed to in your entire life of 71 years. You can come across something and say, how in the hell did I miss that?
Oh, yeah.
When it came around the first time.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
That's a wonderful feeling.
Well, that's why I'm only half joking when I share the rappers Pete and Baz with people, because they're 70 plus years old and found a new creativity, something to where they've got the R&B artist from America, T-Pain, the auto-tune guy.
Mm-hmm.
He just did a verse on one of their records. For real, So
they're living their best life now.
Yeah, living their best life, through music. So, and they're connecting with their grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Because the grandkids do stuff with them and teach them the lingo and all that stuff. So it's sort of
Paw spitting bars.
Yeah, Paw spit fire on that.
Yodo, you only die once.
LOL.
But they're the only rappers who have lines like, I'm sipping Tai Chi because the flight gives me neck pain. Or chai tea. I'm sipping chai tea because the flight gives me neck pain.
I'm sipping chai tea while I'm doing Tai Chi in the middle of a Holiday Inn.
There you go. That sounds like Dave Griffin's life story.
That's Jim Lauderdale's story.
Yeah. But yeah, music's an interesting thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's a negative, but when you're playing music, there's good things. There's always ups and downs. Everything could be better.
It's work, so it's like I come home and now that we're playing a little bit more, I don't come home and try to write as much or try to play as much, and I should. And I won't.
That got pointed out.
Like literally right now was day one from 4 or 5 gigs in a row, and my fingers are killing me.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't play today,
Yeah.
So then that's slowing my songwriting down because I need these 2 days off or whatever. And
I think there's with me being a bass player, there's a stewardship because I'm usually playing with somebody maybe a little younger and trying to teach along, And last night, we've got, I don't know how many people were there. I mean, it had to be 1,500 in my visible sight, or better. I don't know, at Ziggy's. But we're at the end. Everything he's wanting to go, and the people are singing along, and they're singing loud, but I know they could do better. And I wanted to show this kid something, so I was tapped him and literally made him give me the microphone. And the second I grabbed the microphone and turned and looked at the crowd, they went ape shit. Because the old man gonna say some shit now. You know what I'm saying?
You the old man?
Yeah. But because it's just that, and I was like, it takes a little thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tapping you. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you something. They're looking to see what's happening. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And when you hand over that microphone, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just yelled at the crowd to like, you could do better. This guy's singing his ass off for you. You're there. And like, I got in-ears in and I can hear everything these people are screaming, because I wanted him to have that experience and to know that you've got that power to whatever music makes you feel. You can make those people feel that. And even though it's work, you still have to tap into that emotion and let it come in through the side while you're doing the work stuff too. You have to care or else it's not going to come through. So,
way to go.
That's what we should be doing,
you passing the torch.
So,
yeah.
But
I've been in bands that had that work ethic, but and I see it in Pine Box Dwellers. I mean, y'all ramp them up. Y'all take them to heights and then drop them back down easy. Then you pick them back up again. Then you go.
I just can't get the talking down.
Oh, bullshit.
Stage banner. I'm just like, next song.
Do you have to? No.
Well, less is more though. That's what I'm saying. Is
I
like
talk too much.
Some people talk and I'll be like,
I mean, every once in a while I'll have one of those nights where I'm just in the perfect whatever.
Which I'm usually the joker. I'm usually the joker guy, but also as a bass player, if I'm running sound or if I'm doing bass or whatever, I'm seeing everything, I'm hearing everything, and I'm seeing things that are going to be what we call chronic.
Mm-hmm.
And by chronic, I mean there might be somebody who comes up and asks for a song, and they do that all night long, and then they start getting more rude, and they start getting louder.
Yeah,
you heard that song before.
Yeah,
I know you know how to sing it.
Yeah.
Play Celebration by Kool and the Gang. You know it.
We had one of those at, I won't say where, but we had one recently. And this just something like, who is this guy over on the side of the stage? Between every song, hollers out some two first name country singer that I don't know.
Right.
Play Bobby Johnny.
Yeah.
Play Ricky Bobby. And I'm just like, and we're already we're doing this one time thing that we haven't done, like a set with a bunch of musicians that we don't exactly got at practice. It's already stressful. And then this guy's over here yelling for something that's not on the plan. And I was like, I don't remember what I said, but it was pretty much like, won't you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and you got to take one for but if you're a bass player, you got to take one for the singer, because the singer can never be an asshole unless he's Sean.
Well,
I mean, y'all are different though. You don't, I mean, I'm playing in more commercially sterilized whatever stuff. Nothing against, I love it. People are talented or whatever, but it is a genre, and it's like we're playing a gig and there are some families there, and that's great. And then there's a table of people, and there's like a lot of the bad cuss words coming from that table. And I just looked at one of them and I was like, ma'am, if that comes out of your mouth, I can imagine what goes in it. And it solved the problem. The kids didn't know what I was saying. Their parents appreciated it, and the lady shut up, with the dirty talking or whatever.
That could have gone so wrong.
There's nothing worse than a misplaced gig or a misplaced, like if you're in a dive bar late at night, let her rip, it's all great. But it's like somebody said, it's like Henry Rollins said about seeing Marilyn Manson on Lollapalooza when he played. They played at like 4:00 in the afternoon, and they have fog machines and makeup, and it just looked like a bunch of dead guys having a barbecue. It didn't have the effect, the dramatic, there wasn't the lighting and the, so you can misplace some stuff and,
misplaced, worse gigs as they are that we encounter throughout our lives. When you get to my age and you look back on it all, you appreciate every damn one of them, no matter how stupidly bad, obscene, whatever happened, and you revel in it. You think, God Almighty, and you love it. I've loved every minute of my music.
Absolutely.
Going back through life.
It's an adventure.
It is such an adventure.
At the time, things may be upsetting or they may be weird, and then you look back and those are the best things. Even if they're bad, you're like, we had to throw somebody in the back of the truck because they were throwing up so bad to get home, or
it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I love all of it.
And looking back on it is time to reflect.
One night you're opening Blackberry Smoke, and the next night you can't get two people to look at you at Joe's Pizza Shop.
Exactly.
And
That's the thing.
It's very humbling. It's like a baseball season.
I was filling in on bass for a metal band, and this has been 20-something years ago. And we had a gig in Tallahassee, you know. We get to the place, and everybody's really nice, and we're playing, you know, and everybody's really nice, you know, and the drummer in the band, I was smaller, but the drummer was like, you know, probably 19 years old, of course, drumming with his shirt off and all that stuff. And man, people are buying him drinks, and there's a photographer taking pictures of us, and everything's great, you know. And especially all these guys were really nice, you know. And all the guys in the band, except for I think me, were all Mormons. No problem there. They don't mind people are having a few beers. But after the second set, the singer looks at me and goes, there's not a lot of women here. And the ones that are we? Yes, you booked the metal band into a gay bar in Tallahassee. Yes, you did. And everybody's being nice, and they're being respectful, and they are buying, you know, the 19-year-old a bunch of drinks, but whatever.
Did you know that from the beginning?
No. Well, I kind of picked up on it quicker than everybody else did, just because I was like, people don't normally put their hands in each other's back pockets, whatever. But there's nothing wrong. But, like, looking back on it, it was like, those guys had that experience. Nothing bad happened. Nobody in the band showed their butt and said, "Oh, I'm not going to play," you know, and all that. So it was just, you know, it wasn't a bad gig, but it was definitely memorable because it took you 2.5 hours to realize this of it. You know what I mean?
I love the best thing I love about playing gigs is the show must go on, and it don't matter if you're at the gay bar, if you drop your pick, your only pick through the floorboards.
Yep.
Or
how do you overcome adversity?
Yeah, it's like, well, we got to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
And I love that.
I've had no pick, got to the gig, I lost my picks. They disappeared. I played with bread ties. I mean, not ties, but the
little
clamps.
piece of plastic.
The
Yeah.
clamps.
Yeah.
I played with a bread clamp.
I bet you could with the floppy picks you play with.
No doubt, man.
I hate a heavy pick.
Give me a November 16th. I like those the best.
I broke a string at Fernandina at Green Turtle, and my peg came out, and it fell through the porch.
Oh.
And there was no way under the porch. And I broke off a splintered part of palm tree bark and shoved it in there, which is now a spike, and played the gig and was like bleeding from that thing.
Oh, man.
That is damn Survivor right there.
I've also had a pickup, the ground went out on it.
Yeah.
And it was buzzing like crazy, and took another guitar string and wrapped it around the metal jack, and then stuffed it in my drawers. And then it was grounded.
Yes.
I'd say.
Like a groundhog.
Yeah. Yeah. So and I didn't even know to do that. I had to figure it out. Like let's do this. I don't know.
All of the things that MacGyver.
Yeah. The first full band gig with a guy who plays a lot of shows all over the country now. We're playing, everything's good, and it's packed. It's packed because there was like a single release or something that come out, you know. And it's a little shotgun restaurant. My family's there, a lot of people there. we're going, okay, we're going to take, do a little Johnny Cash. We'll do a little this, do a little Waylon. We'll do this. We'll do a Bee Gees song, because we're going to try to keep it down, to love somebody, right?
Good one.
In the middle of this song, there erupts a girl fight. Okay. So we're like, oh, shit. So it gets to the point where we got to stop playing because they're pretty intensely locked up, And then they get them apart, and there's just blood everywhere. Bloody girl fight. So they get the principals out we're standing in the window playing, and the door's over here to the left. They let everybody out, get those people out. Mm-hmm. So we're playing, we go on to the next song. It's like, well, maybe we'll play something lighter than the Bee Gees. I don't know what else we could do to not, Well, we're playing, and I look over my shoulder, and I'm like, there's a full fight on the sidewalk behind us. We have to stop again. And somebody got clocked in the head with a full beer bottle, full force. The cops come. There's a whole thing. So I'm getting my family, and they're ready to leave because they got some little kids with them and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, y'all go. It's too packed anyway. Cop comes and asks me what happens. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the. I didn't really see anything because I'm in the band because and he's asking me what happens, and I hear the band go start, and I'm across the street because I put my family in the car, and I'm like, yeah, man, the band's starting. I'm the bad. I got to get up in there. Yeah, my name's so-and-so, Officer so-and-so, by the way. Moved up here a few years ago from such and such. I'm being vague for a reason. I play guitar.
Oh, boy.
Here, write my number down. I played with, here's some pictures. Pulls out his phone, showing me pictures of his old band. And he's a nice guy, but we've met that guy before, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is not the time.
Right. It's like, I got
you have a half riot going on over here.
Yeah.
I need to be, because I'm hearing good-hearted woman coming through the thing, and they're like, and I'm,
mm-hmm.
But it was a good gig. It was a good gig. Bee Gees girl fight, bottle in the head, weird guitar player cop guy.
Checked off all the boxes in that one.
Or even just something as simple as you're singing a song, and then somebody's handing you a shot of Jack Daniels, and he's spilling it all over everything.
In the sound.
And you have to just stop the song and take it from him and do it and go. And then 5 seconds later, he's like back with another one. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
That was the other night. I was like.
Somebody wanted me to give him a lighter last night, and I said, it was some college girls or whatever, and I'm like, my hands are busy. Like, not like, hey, during the middle, in between songs, but like.
They have no
concept
of you can't talk to them and sing and play the song at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, and they want to high five you on the way out the door. I'm like, I'm having to do this. Right?
Yeah, my hands are.
They can't comprehend everything that's going on with what you're doing.
Because like sometimes I'll be playing and I've literally got a chart I'm looking at for new stuff. I'm tilting my bass a certain way to show somebody across the stage what's going on.
Cueing somebody over here.
While I'm trying to keep with the drummer, while the in-ears are going, while somebody's talking on a talkback mic.
And you got a list of things that you're going to do between the next song.
Yeah.
Right. I've got to change this vocal. That's got to come up. That's got to come down. All that at the same time.
At the same time, you're doing...
Hey, do you know Garth Brooks?
And then sometimes you've got to do... Sometimes, depending on the setup, if there's a drum riser, you got to do the high knee. Because you got the foot tap, you'll do a lot. But sometimes you'll do the high knee if the drummer's starting to get just a little bit off, and you're like, you got to be able to see. You got to lift the knee a little higher so he can see. and the harder you do it, if you play with him enough, he'll know that you're starting to get pissed off, and he needs to just kind of chill.
That's the bass player stone.
Yeah, that's the. Well, see, sometimes bass players get really, really clumsy, and they will accidentally tip over a whole cymbal stand right on top of you. It's like I was stomping so hard to try to get you to get the tempo that my foot just caught the bottom of this thing, and it's now it's in your lap. And you got two choices: you can stop the song, or you can pull that thing up and get with the program, you know. But no, it's not trying to complain about it. It's fun, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, those.
I love all those things. I love all the things. It's not bitching. It's just like
no complaints here.
Yeah, it's not
we
complaining.
we love all of y'all.
That's why I like booking different places or playing.
I love the experience of whatever the room is
on the smaller scale, because once you get when you start playing bigger places, it's kind of the same.
All the same, yeah.
You know, it's
a different set of problems.
Yeah,
at that point, you know,
you usually don't have to deal with them, though. You know,
yeah, it's usually relegated to the sound,
the bigger
or
you
the
go, it's like
management, or somebody on the crew, or you know, it's less to do with people.
You stood in the wrong place, or you drank out of the wrong coffee cup, or something like crazy stuff.
Now you got a line of defense in front of you and the crowd. You know,
nobody sits in that chair.
Remember in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, when Blackberry Smoke was playing, there was a couple that got a little too rowdy on the second row.
I wasn't in the room at that moment.
And spilled beer on somebody in front of them. Something happened one way or the other. And one couple was overboard anxiety, and, you know, and the other couple was, sorry, you know, I'm sorry it happened, you know. Let's get back into the music, you know. Well, the other couple wouldn't let it go. Guess who got ejected? The couple that wouldn't let it go. You know, that's the thing about it, you know. Mm-hmm. You got to behave. Just relax and behave when you're at a show.
How's that going for you?
It's good. I'm relaxing and behaving. And I'm on this side of the mic.
Yeah. Well, when I go to shows now, I don't mind being a little far back. I don't mind being out of the fanatic zone. You know.
Yeah. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I want to get far back enough I can hear the sound system.
Yeah. I'll make y'all laugh real quick. We went to see Boys to Men a few weeks ago. Motown Philly back again for sure.
How was it?
It was 1 hour and 45 minutes nonstop of excellence and entertainment. I did not know they played instruments, that the guys themselves played instruments. They have a band behind them, but they played Come Together by the Beatles.
Damn.
The skinnier one playing the guitar, and the one with hair playing the bass. They played Lenny Kravitz's little medley. They played something by Journey. They played Purple Rain. And then, of course, they did, you know, all their stuff. But they had a big video screen behind them. They had no break. They had their outfits like they liked them. And there were about 5,000 people there that were totally into it. There was no conflict, no fights. There was no people really going to the bathroom during the show or anything.
I wouldn't think there'd be a lot of fights at the Boys to Men concert.
You know, but like...
You don't
I felt like somebody wanted me to have a good time at their show that night.
Yeah.
And not for it to be an ego trip festival, you know, on their part. So I didn't mind we weren't far back. We were at the perfect, I can see and hear everything perfectly in the middle type thing.
Boys to Men. Self-prophesying.
Yes.
Group name?
Yes.
Your thoughts?
But
I served the tall, skinny one, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I served him at Chick-fil-A at the Gallery Mall that the Fresh Prince sang about in Philadelphia.
You're making this up.
Oh no, I'm serious. I worked there, and he came in there.
The tall, skinny.
Well, good.
Mm-hmm. They were from Philly.
Yeah, Motown Philly back again. But yeah, they did the
I
hit.
remember them on Emma TV.
Yeah. But they did the hits, and they did some of the songs that you could tell they wanted to do. But they kind of structured it in, to the set to where you ain't going nowhere for you know, you're going to take 3 minutes, you know. And the sound was good, the vocals were great, everything was.
What was the last song they did?
Motown Philly, brother.
Cool.
Wide Open.
What was the big hit though?
End of the Road, and there were I'll Make Love to You.
I'll make love to you.
They had that one. They did that one.
If you want me
like you want me to.
All right.
Then they did End of the Road was near the end.
In my life.
And there's like 5,000 people singing Into the Road together. It's like, this is what we come to music for. I don't care if it's supposed to be cheesy or whatever. It's not. You know, these guys
are good. Yeah.
And you could hear the church in them too.
Yeah.
You really could hear that influence. So it was nice, man. That was good. I had to miss Jane's Addiction, so at least I had COVID for that.
I'm glad I saw that because nobody will ever see that again.
Yeah, that's done. That is done forever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of black music ensembles, do y'all remember
Jane's Addiction?
Y'all remember Average White Band?
Yes.
They weren't a black one amongst them, but they were from Scotland.
I think they had something about cake in one of their songs.
Eat the cake.
Yep.
Cut the cake.
Cut the cake. Yep. I've got
Just
that,
a
I
little
think.
bit. That would have been a great song.
Yep.
To have in the background. Anyhow, they were a R&B soul band from Scotland. And I went and saw them in concert in Jacksonville and took my girlfriend back in 1975. We was the only white people in that whole audience.
Really?
Yes. It was at Jacksonville Civic Center.
Really?
And
all white band.
All band.
Black audience.
You've heard of Average White Band songs?
Yes, but I didn't know that they would have an audience like that.
Oh man,
No, it was just radio back
they
then.
was.
Nobody
Funky.
knew what Steve Miller even looked
Funky.
like back in the day. So
I mean,
they were
it was,
funky enough that, you know.
That's wild.
It's like when people didn't know Chuck Berry was black or whatever. I mean, it's the same. They just pulled the reverse on them.
Yeah, wow.
It was great.
They're like, people showed up for the show and they're like, the sound crew never got off the stage. They just started playing.
I mean, to be an all white band and have an all black audience, something there's a bigger compliment around.
That's
like,
you got to be
they
funky.
were that soulful.
Like that's like whoa.
Yeah.
You got to be that funky.
Hamish, however you say them Scottish names. Hamish Stewart. He was the guitar player in Paul McCartney's
band. Yep, he was, and he was very, very, very good too.
Yeah, he's good. Oh, he was in Ringo Starr's All Star Band when me and
I think he might have played with Sting.
And Aunt Lynn
Sting
and
at
Connor
one point
went
too.
to.
I think he might have played with Sting at one point. I could be
I
wrong, but Hamish Stewart
doubt
was
it.
very, very good.
Yeah.
P. Diddy played with Sting one time. I mean,
P. Diddy played with Sting.
Everybody, you
Sting done been to P. Diddy's party.
He thought of Sting till they got over there. You know,
Justin Bieber went to Justin Bieber went to P. Diddy's party.
But
that out with you?
But yeah, that
I'm gonna do a little quick tale of the week here because we've been blitzing and blinging on this 100th episode so far.
Donner.
That Daddy got to go home.
We got all our calls and videos out of the way. Thank y'all for keeping the cards and letters coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for being our guest. This one's called Down the Rabbit Hole, Chapter 6. I might have done this one already. I don't know. Ain't that computer a fascinating addition to the modern home or house trailer? You can go anywhere and find anything on it, unless it starts with an S and ends with an X. I can spend hours upon hours chasing childhood memories, discovering new subjects for thought, seeing on Facebook what my friends ate for supper, and deleting spam from my email account, so long as Firefox don't crash and my hard drive keeps on spinning. Every now and again, I'll start feeling a little nostalgic for early songs of my innocent youth, songs that moved me as a child for whatever reason, and still resonate in my musical soul all these years later. So I'll just click on YouTube and watch the time melt away. My earliest memories stem from listening to Daddy's diverse album and 45 RPM collection. I Got Stripes by Johnny Cash. Webb Pierce's Tupelo County Jail, co-written with stuttering Mel Tillis, God rest his soul, and the cowboy song of all cowboy songs, El Paso by Marty Robbins. One of the standouts for me was a record by Percy Faith and his orchestra, Theme from a Summer Place, a beautiful instrumental that was all over the radio from September 1959 to April 1960. I know I've done this already, so y'all want to? All right. So our family had just moved back to the States from Tripoli, Libya in March of 60, and I recall hearing Theme from a Summer Place in both places. My love for that song spanned 2 continents and an ocean.
For those listening, Dave just stuck his finger into the cake. I got him a big old froth of
ASMR. Chocolate fingers.
I'm pretty sure that we've all experienced the scientific phenomenon of how certain sounds and smells can trigger emotional memories.
I'm not.
Well, if you're a hyposmiac or an anosmiac,
what'd you call
Mama?
You hyposmiac, you anosmiac, then maybe not, but it happens to me all the time. When I hear Elvis singing, "It's now or never," I'm magically transported to me and my brother Gary in our pajamas.
Uh-huh.
on a Baptist pallet in the rear of our Ford station wagon. As Daddy pressed the tires slowly through the gravel driveway.
That's some writing right there.
Of the Georgia Drive-In Theater in Albany, Georgia. Excuse me. That was a good memory. I also remember fondly a 1962 summer vacation night in Fernandina Beach, Florida. Standing outside Moore's Grocery, surrounded by cousins and hearing Nat King Cole's smooth vocals on Ramblin' Rose, Ramblin' Rose, coming out of the skate rink windows next to the putt-putt golf course. I weren't but 10 years old when I Want to Hold Your Hand came blistering over the airwaves just a few short months after Kennedy was gunned down in Dallas, Texas. An ironic 60s combination of sadness and joy, making us all feel a little older and less innocent. Yes, the joys of modern technology are only outweighed by the pleasant nostalgic memories triggered by smell and sound. Problem is, I stay up way past bedtime with a tired nose and wore out ears. Smell this.
Oh, I didn't know about the tired nose.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure what he meant by the tired nose, but now I get it with the memories.
I just want to say one thing.
I was thinking something different.
Yep.
This has been fun. 100 episodes with you guys, and
occasionally.
I'm just one
This
guy.
has been fun. This has been more than a
feeling.
It's been more than a
more
feeling.
than I had imagined it would be, really.
Loving a music man ain't always what it's supposed to be.
Yep.
No, I'm just trying to be sincere for a
Oh,
second. I just wanted to
Dave.
say that this has been fun. And it ain't done.
But it's pretty close.
No.
Instead of bread, I'll take it on a bun.
Listen, whoever thought that we'd start in that woodshed right back there?
Nobody.
5 years ago, and we sitting here just counting them off, just rolling them out.
Nobody thought about it at all.
Nobody stopped to think about it whatsoever.
Till I did.
Yeah. So,
well,
that is.
And the most important part of it is y'all, who's out there watching and listening.
But the question is, did y'all have fun?
That's what I just said.
We had plenty of cake.
I didn't mean just today. I meant over the course of the 100.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're just putting up with it.
We had booze and cake and pork chop.
What could go wrong?
Chicken, yes.
Pizza.
Well,
Justin upped his grill game from.
Oh yeah.
Justin's an audio
pretty
game.
Much a chef.
Well, now Jason told us in the beginning that in the years between 1 and 100, he's had some things happen, as we all have in life. What's happened to you in that amount of time? Anything? Did you grow or did you step backwards?
Did you grow or did you show?
A couple of inches.
I got a new tattoo.
I got a new tattoo.
And even newer one.
Two new tattoo.
I saw that on your post.
Yeah,
for something for a gig coming up.
Your Facebook.
Yeah.
And Justin has
he got
pumped up.
He got turned up bigger than hell. You should see this son.
That's why
he can't scratch his back.
That's why we keep him off camera now, because he's too purty.
I can't believe he took this long off of throwing big old tractor tires.
He can whoop your ass unless you get behind him.
He's just like the devil. I'd rather see him in front of me.
Yep. But
well, folks, we seriously do love you, and we thank you for watching and listening low these many years, Jason.
Jason, say something.
Say something.
If you can't do nothing good, try not to get any on you.
Oh, too late.
Chocolate. Do it with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
What comes next? 100.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you at 101. Chocolate rain.
This is my jam.
Chocolate rain.
What the hell?
Stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
Reminds me I gotta take my diabetes medicine.
This is perfect.
Chocolate rain. The school books say it can't be here again. Chocolate rain. The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain. Build a tent and say the world is
This is Michael Jackson, isn't
it? Zoom the camera out and see the light. Chocolate rain. Forecast to be falling yesterday. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Only in the past is what they say. Chocolate rain.
When the cold black water finds its way across through your veins, it just might seal your fate. It just might seal your fate. It just might seal your fate.